Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is full of hidden secret details and Easter eggs, but today I thought we'd take a look at something you don't have to go looking for, something that's not really hidden. If you've played Fallen Order, you'll know that while aboard the Stinger Mantis, traveling at light speed between planets, Cere, Grease, Merrin, BD-1 and Cal talk to each other, have different conversations. This acts as the loading screen while the next planet loads, so I wanted to figure out how many of these conversations there are, how long does it take for the characters to start repeating themselves, do different conversations trigger when traveling between different planets, and are there any rarer conversations you can experience, ones you might not have heard before. And I was really surprised with something that happened about 30 minutes into these conversations recording this footage. I actually broke the game and had to reload an old save file. How could I break the game just listening to these conversations? Hey everyone, it's Andrew. We also got some details about character backstories, origins, the Jedi Order, some Clone Wars references, and more. And I've also been chatting with some of the Fallen Order environment artists on Twitter who built the game. You can follow me on Twitter at Bombastic, and you can follow the Fallen Order devs here. Some of them saw my last Fallen Order details video where I went through and translated all the Aurebesh signs on Bracca. Apparently these initials we didn't know the meaning to are all either people's names or mean something to the developers. They're the developers' own little Easter eggs. It's pretty cool, so there you go. So first up, I tried traveling between only two planets, Dathomir and Zepho, to see if I could exhaust all the conversations between these two. But after completing my recording session, getting all this footage, I concluded that there's no link or relation between certain conversations triggering only when you travel to certain planets. It seems to be completely random, so the planets don't make a difference, after you complete the story anyway. So here's a conversation about Merrin and Cere expressing some doubt in the Jedi ways.
Merrin, your tattoos, do they mean something?
Yes. They are given by our mothers and symbolize our bond with the Coven. Do the Jedi have such a ritual?
Yes. Building our lightsabers brings us closer to ourselves, the Force, and each other.
Strange that an order of peacekeepers bond around creating weapons.
I've often thought the same thing.
Interesting, Cere is aware of this. I guess she's no longer a Jedi. This next one, I think, is a reference to George Lucas always referring to lightsabers as laser swords.
The kid's not too bad with that light sword.
Light saber.
Whatever. Thing scares the heck out of me. You miss it?
No.
You answered quick.
A blaster does just what I need it to.
I can't argue with that, but I mean, this lightsaber thing, that's something else.
It's not the weapon. It's the person who wields it.
Sure. If I held that thing, I might lose an arm.
That's okay. You've got enough to spare.
Cheeky little jab correcting George about his own universe. And sticking with the Jedi theme, remember this game is set in a time of uncertainty and the Empire's oppression. A lot of people are asking the right questions.
You Jedi love going from one problem to the next. Don't you ever get sick of it?
It's the nature of the mission, Captain. You knew the risks when you accepted the charter.
I know getting this hollow thingy and rebuilding the Jedi Order is important. But do you really think you'll be able to change things?
We believe we can. Yes. We can put an end to the oppression of the Empire.
I never met any Jedi. They were always off doing their thing, and we Lateros took care of our own. We never got help from Jedi.
I'm sorry to hear that. Nothing is perfect.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? That's what my great-grandma always said.
Yet another example of the Jedi failing to protect and assist where they're most needed. And it's pretty interesting to hear some actual Imperial propaganda, spreading lies throughout the galaxy, promising galactic harmony. Does this mean peace?
Today, our great military is dedicated to enforcing the laws of the Empire, yielding to no one who seeks to destroy our galactic harmony.
You hear that garbage?
Turn it off, Breeze.
Lying imps. Do you think anyone buys this junk?
Too many on the core worlds. Their daily lives haven't changed much since the Empire took over.
Oh, come on. Some of them are even richer than before. Not like the expendable worlds. Not like Laterra.
As long as the Emperor keeps the right people happy, it'll never stop.
That's why we need the Jedi.
Then we better get this hollow thing fast.
The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Heard this story before. This was only one of 2 conversations I found where Cal actually chimes in and says something. I'll show you the other one in a bit. And it was around this time I discovered you actually don't have to land to travel to a new planet and trigger another conversation. After Grease tells you to sit down in the chair in the cockpit, if you go to the planet select screen, you can just choose another and the ship will stay in hyperspace. So this ended up saving me some time, but I think this is also why I broke the game. That happens real soon, I'll show you. Here's a little bit of dialogue about Sierra's backstory. You get little bits and pieces throughout these conversations.
Cal told me you were once a Jedi. What made you quit?
In a moment of weakness, I used the dark side of the Force. And I'm not sure I wouldn't do it again.
The dark side?
The side of the Force that feeds on pain, hatred, and fear. Tap into it, and you risk losing yourself.
Night Sisters channel magic through ourselves. We do not let it consume us.
Well, that sounds lovely for you.
I mean, I could show you how.
I appreciate the offer, but please understand, the idea of using the Force is dangerous to me.
As you wish.
Interesting hearing Sierra talk about her experience with the dark side. And some of these conversations will only trigger after you get the bogling companion from Bogano.
Grease, you haven't seen my data pad lying around, have you?
No, I haven't. Oh, hey, wait a minute. This has to be the work of our stowaway.
It's one possibility.
It's gotta be. Strange noises, weird smells, things going missing. I am not having it. I will find out what's going on.
And another conversation about the bogling. It seems everyone is in on the joke, except Grease.
Hey, witch lady, look. Don't use your tricks in my ship, please. Please don't.
Grease, what happened?
During my nap, I heard someone in my room, but when I got up to see who it was, nothing. No one.
I do not watch others sleep.
She's got you there.
Then there can only be one culprit, the stowaway. It's the only answer. I'm gonna find out who they are and where they've been hiding if it's the last thing I do.
Should we tell him?
He's better off not knowing.
I love how often Grease talks about his fear of death and how death is different for the Jedi. Never thought of it this way.
I've been through some stuff in my time, but I've never faced death more than with you 2 on this trip.
Well, better to face death than to have death face you.
Of course you would say that, whatever it means. You Jedi folk, you turn into the Force or something when you die, so what are you afraid of?
It's more complicated than that.
Ah, so it's true.
The Jedi have worse things to fear than death.
Oh, well, that's great to hear. Since I'm currently navigating the galaxy, looking for a list of Jedi with 2, I don't know, sort of Jedi people. Way to make me feel better, Seer.
And some more interesting backstory on Sierra and her Jedi training.
Seems we made the Empire nervous. They're stepping up security on Zepho and Kashyyyk.
Well, nothing can stop you. You're a pro, right? Where'd you learn to access that Imperial network anyway?
Basic computer protocol at the Jedi Academy was searching the galaxy for Force sensitives. Old Republic networks and independent systems were less secure, of course. Now the Imperial network controls everything.
Well, it's nothing you can't slice, though, right?
For what we need? Yes. It's not easy. When I escaped from interrogation, I stole some code clearances. They change them regularly, but with a little skill and luck, I figure out what's coming and where to patch in.
Impressive.
The trick is to cover your tracks so they don't know you're listening.
Do all Jedi learn how to be computer hackers? And then we also get the story of how Sierra became a Jedi.
You know, you never told me how you became a Jedi.
I was discovered by a Seeker when I was very young. They took me to the temple to train.
Oh, yeah, Seekers. They're one of a kind, I'll tell you that much.
You have no idea what a Seeker is, do you?
Not a clue. They seek things?
Yes. They're Jedi sent to find and retrieve young Force sensitives. Like the ones on that holocron. I was a Seeker.
Oh, whoa, you know what this means.
I didn't discover Cal, if that's what you're thinking.
No, it means I'm a Seeker, too.
I guess so.
Yeah, Seeker Grease.
And we also get some backstory about how Sierra and Grease met.
So, Seer, you never mentioned why you hired me and not some other pilot.
You were cheap, you had zero qualms about breaking the law, and I had a hunch you wouldn't betray me.
Always nice to see your sentimental side. But it wasn't until Nar Shaddaa that we really started clicking.
Right. Those smugglers tried to jump you at the slag pit.
I had it handled, but no. One of the roughest cantinas in the galaxy, and this one gets us kicked out for fighting. Ended up drinking from Sears' flask in the alley. I can still taste the love.
Oof, I can't believe I used to drink that stuff. It was the best night I'd had in years.
Grease also makes some bold claims about things he's working on.
I've basically taken a ship apart and put it back together again. Yeah, well, okay, sure. There are still some things to fix, but that's because I'm busy. I'm building a new hyperdrive. It's a prototype, of course, but it is going to change the galaxy. Okay, maybe not change the whole galaxy, but it is almost done. Partly done. Okay, fine, you're right. It's just a blueprint on a data pad. But what can I say, BD? I'm a dreamer.
And in addition to building a new hyperdrive, Grease also has future plans of opening a cooking academy.
And when this is all over, I'm opening up Greasy's Cooking Academy.
I like your optimism. I'm glad someone thinks this will all be through someday.
Yeah, well, someone's gotta. This ship isn't full of the most cheery bunch, you know.
Merrin mentions the Clone Wars and the invasion on Dathomir by General Grievous. This is what we saw in the Clone Wars TV show.
You fought in the Clone Wars, did you not?
I did. Why do you ask?
Have you ever buried someone you love?
In a sense.
After the massacre, I buried my mother's, my friends, Ileana.
Who is she?
We used to sneak out to the swamps and make potions together. We were so close. I thought when we were older we would be together. Instead, I closed her eyes and bundled her with the others.
I wish I could tell you that you'll move past it. But the truth is, you never will.
Perhaps it's strange, but it is comforting to know I'm not alone.
I don't think that's strange at all.
In this next conversation, there's a couple of references to locations seen in the Attack of the Clones and the Clone Wars. I'll let you listen first and then I'll explain the references.
What's your favorite place you can't ever go back to now?
Because of the Empire? That's tough. The Edict Temple on Deveron. The light was so strong there you could feel it all around you.
Mine's the Outlander Club. Won some memorable Savak pots there.
I never liked Coruscant.
Not even your temple? I saw the inside once, you know?
I'm surprised you made it past the guards.
Yeah, I snuck into a tour group wearing a disguise. Would
they have recognized you?
Well, no, but a disguise is an essential part of a good heist.
You stole from the temple.
No. I got scared. But look, that's not the point. The point is, I broke into one of the most secure buildings in the Republic.
The Temple of Edith was seen in the Clone Wars episode Monster and was used as a Republic base during the Clone Wars. And the Outlander Club is the place Obi-Wan and Anakin go on Coruscant while tracking Zam Wesell in Attack of the Clones. The Death Stick scene that took place in this club.
You wanna buy some Death Sticks?
And it was after this conversation that my game glitched out. The characters wouldn't talk with one another anymore when traveling between planets. They just stopped as if they knew that I was trying to do this, listening in on all their chats. Or the game had exhausted its supply of conversations. So I landed the ship, went and sliced up some bucket heads, thought maybe this would help, loaded different parts of levels on both Bogano and Dathomir, saved at a meditation point, went back to the ship, and still nothing. Still not talking. So I reloaded my game, jumped back in, and again, nothing. No one's talking. Strange. So I completely quit the game and relaunched it, and same thing, still nothing. So what was it then? What's the problem? Had I heard all the conversations? Or is my game broken? Luckily, I'd backed up a save file from a few weeks ago, so I loaded the backup and thankfully they started talking again. And I managed to get a few more conversations out of the characters I hadn't heard yet. I've showed you this one before in another video. It does seem to be one of the rarer ones to trigger, but take a listen.
So, if the Order thing is rebuilt, you think any Jedi will come out of hiding?
What makes you think there are Jedi hiding?
No, I'm just curious.
Is there someone specific you're thinking of?
Well, growing up, we heard tales of a green, pointy-eared, legendary Jedi Master, and...
Are you talking about Master Yoda? Yes, he is very legendary.
Wait, what? Who? No, I'm talking about Master Yaddle.
The Jedi High Council member?
Yeah, we all have our dreams, okay? Let me have mine.
No problem.
So Grease has a thing for Yaddle. Perfect. And the only other interaction I could find where Cal actually talks was another chat about the stowaway.
Cal, I need you to hear this.
What's this all about, Grease?
Now, I understand there's more of us on the Mantis than originally expected, so I'll go easy on you. There was a problem with the refresher. Now, I'm not saying I know who it is, and after that smell, I don't think I want to. I just want to ask you all to please light a candle or something.
Easy enough.
Do you have a Gundark's blood candle?
Wait, do I? No, I've got a Wasaka berry. Look, the point is, Lateros have a keen sense of smell. That's why I'm such a good cook. So, if it happens again, I'll throw the culprit off the ship myself.
So overall, there are over 30 of these conversations. I haven't showed you all of them today. I tried to show you some of the more interesting ones, and there might be a few more that trigger when you're still progressing through the story and haven't completed the campaign. But are there more conversations you've heard or you know about that you thought were interesting, or reveal more information about the characters, Easter eggs, anything? Leave a comment and let me know. And go watch one of my last Fallen Order videos for more hidden messages and details in the game you missed. Translated all these messages. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and join my Discord for more Star Wars gaming, news, Easter eggs, details. Come join the community. We just hit 3,000 Discord members. Thanks everyone, it's awesome. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.
Stay bombastic.